Tarot time. Yeah, I feel that pain with boundaries sometimes when I'm told them. Yeah, I mean, I almost want to say, especially with the way, I hate to say society, like conversations about consent and what you should and shouldn't do with people. I think that it's only natural to feel that way. Shit, I remember there was a lot of people negatively reacting to the the idea that you should tell kids they have boundaries and that they should be allowed to say no to hugs from relatives. Just from the standpoint of, if you start someone young being able to have autonomy over their body and be able to tell someone no, then they're not going to grow up thinking they need to do something. Where stuff like the Aziz Ansari thing would happen a lot more rarely, where someone feels that they can't speak up in a certain situation or that they shouldn't. It can feel really scary sometimes, especially in situations where you want someone's approval, but you don't want them to interact with you in a certain way. How many cards does I have? 22. Not enough. Very cool though. I have no use for a tarot such as this, other than aesthetically. Let's see. I think I downloaded a Homestuck tarot. At least I thought I had. Workshop. Tarot. All 74. Cool. Load. Wait, are they not in the actual deck? You have to actually like put them all together? Oh. It's just laid out so you can see them all. Objects. Tables. Can I get a second table, please? I kind of need the space. Now I wish I actually had a VR setup so I could actually, you know, like, just clear the table easily. You just want a clarity spread though, so I don't need that much space. Did someone else pipe up in chat about wanting a reading as well yet? fresh. Yeah, I feel that pain with boundaries sometimes when I'm told them. Do you still want one, Lily? I think Lily got a really big one already, though. I mean, if she wanted another one, I wouldn't, I'd be okay with it. Drippy? Hello, Base Deproto. How are you doing? I'm Duskbyte. I use he and they pronouns. I am non-bi cat dog entity. I already got all I ever wanted. Damn, your phone died? That sucks. Hey, Issy. What do you want to know? It's a clarity spread, so I need to know the question you want to ask. And just so you know, clarity spread goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This card is your overall situation. 2 through 4 are contributing factors. But you might already know that. The question for Tyrid. How will my journey of leaving my bird cage of my current home possibly look like? And will I be able to find somewhere I feel safe to be weak and not be strong? Where my headmates can take over for me? That's a very powerful request. And I hope that I can help you find an answer. Cards of the Homestuck Tarot. Please help me help Issy find clarity and how leaving their birdcage will look for the Voidwalker system. Not will it be good or bad, but rather how will they manage it? How will they cooperate? And how will they all live lives fulfilling and maybe not full of happiness, but contentment? Please help. So, your overall situation. Three of Pentacles. Although it was a magnifying glass thing. But yeah, that's definitely the Three of Pentacles. Yep. Let's see. Your overall situation with the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, determination, and focus. I can't make this up. The task ahead is monumentous, usually related to your job or career. The Three of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed for this more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork, so you may need the strength of others to conquer that mountain. The contributing factors are a little hard to read. I wish I remembered how to zoom in more. Controls. Grab, flip, raise, lock. Blindfold, zoom in. Zoom toggle, Z. Is that the Hermit? Yep, that's the Hermit. I didn't want to break tracking, but I had to. I just needed to make sure. I should have went by the number, because it's a main arcana. So I could have just went by the Roman numeral. The Hermit. Hermit seems spot on. You're a homebody, right? Why do you sound more depressed now? Well, we're a system. We all have different voices and different inflections. Maybe it's the Kuleshov effect and the music is making you feel like I'm more depressed. Drizzle's pretty excitable. Punk is even tone, can be excitable. I'm definitely more pensive. I'm definitely more pensive. I'm not as energetic. I'm not a sub. I can be excitable, but I think a lot, and sometimes I'm a little cold, I suppose. But also, the feelings of my headmates are still here too, so I can't say that my emotions are completely separate from theirs right now. They're sad that the stream is coming to an end. The Hermit. Solitude. Meditation. The idea of being a hermit is not supported in our society, but in the realm of Tarot, hermits are highly celebrated and valued creatures. Through meditation, solitude, and stillness, they bring wisdom to all. When this card appears, it's time to step back from the business of the day-to-day life and focus on your inner realm. Become more self-aware. If you're intrigued by meditation, start now. Spend time by yourself. Your inner fire is ready to be lit. It will shine for all to see. I know it's that y'all particularly have a problem with solitude, even though it seems like you would actually be fine with it. I mean, because you spend a lot of time on the internet. But what a lot of people don't understand, who don't spend a lot of time on the internet, is that you can still be social and you can still be around people. And I know I've heard you talk about not being comfortable so much, taking time to yourself when you're hanging out with like a bunch of friends in a group call and stuff. I know you've been working on being able to do that more. And I think that this card probably is saying that you need to put some time and focus into being alone to figure things out. Not just in a, oh, I need to separate myself and just make sense of everything. Making sense of things, meditating on things, that's valuable. But I think that it might also be encouraging you to like think through a plan. And I think considering sometimes you don't feel that you or your headmates are capable of doing for yourselves, I think planning out and trying to figure out what you want from where you live next is going to be important, to have some sort of expectations, reasonable or otherwise. What brand of pamps do we use? We use a lot of different brands. Right now, for this coming month, we're going to be using ABUs. We're currently using, what's it called? The ones with the faces on them. Peekaboos. Though the Incontinence brand, as opposed to the ADBO brand we tend to use, would be North Shore. Mega Maxes. Those are a go-to. The Hierophant, number 5. The Hierophant, mentor, seeking knowledge. In its simplest form, the Hierophant represents a mentor or teacher. This card signifies a hunger for knowledge, whether it is in the practical or the spiritual realm. You've come as far as you can on your own, and now it's time to deepen your practice. Don't hesitate. Join a class, go to a workshop. Don't be afraid of new experiences. A new ceremony or ritual may prove to be both comforting and rewarding. Open your heart, and your teacher will soon appear. It doesn't have to be an actual person that's a teacher. It can be a skill, like it can be skill building. It can be a new philosophical way of looking at things. We know that you've kind of left your religion. I don't know if that means that you've left just Mormonism or Christianity altogether, but thinking about like your guiding principles in a spiritual way, if you still have a hunger for the spiritual that you need to satisfy that hasn't been satisfied, that's something to contemplate, especially with the fact that you're going to be building new traditions and you're going to be not beholden to the traditions of the people around you when you do move, which means whatever spirituality you have won't just be handed to you. You'll have to work for it yourself. And finally, 10 of Pentacles. That's a lot of goddamn Pentacles. You use little paws lately. Little paws are cool because they tell you when you should change because the fucking paws fade away. They're cute. ABUs really lead the market, don't they? Amongst our favorite dips will probably be Camelots, Alpha Gators, and those ones with the fucking meteors on them. I forgot what they're called. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. It is weird talking about such serious topics and going from, yeah, like what you need to do with your moving, your spirituality, and like what you're gonna do with your future. Also, oh yes, these are the things that I piss into. Not complaining, as just talking about the juxtaposition of such a thing. 10 of Pentacles, fulfillment, abundance. The 10 of Pentacles signifies material and spiritual abundance in nearly every area of your life. The number 10 usually indicates completion, and in this case, the journey was well worth it. So be generous, not only with your money, but also with your wisdom. Provide guidance to those who struggle. You will be rewarded tenfold. So, if this is supposed to reflect your life after your move, then there's going to be a lot of abundance in your life, apparently. Knowing what you've been working towards and knowing that, you know, you've been trying to make sure that your ducks are in a row. I know you got on food stamps lately and you already were on disability, so like you have those social safety nets in place. What you do with your free time beyond that and beyond, like I guess therapy and those things are gonna be important. I don't know how much longer you'll be able to be on like your parents' health insurance or whatever, but you should also think about that, I think, in terms of like you being in therapy and you might not be able to continue it. Obviously, I'm also sprinkling in my own advice here, but just things to consider. But yeah, you need to, for this reading and thinking about your life after you leave the birdcage and working together with your headmates to build a life that y'all can feel good about. You need to work on teamwork, and you have a lot of hard shit ahead of all of y'all. So it's not just gonna come down to one person taking the lead. Maybe you will get to rest, but you will still need to put a lot of energy into things. Fortunately, unfortunately. With a hermit, there's a lot of solitude in your life and a lot of solitude that you maybe enjoy. But the solitude that you may need will be how to plan for your future. And when you move, even though it'll be new and exciting, especially with the thing of the fact that you'll be living with someone that you really, really care about and will probably have a lot of desire to be around a lot, you'll need to remember to cultivate your own space and use it to plan so things don't get ahead of you too much. The Hierophant. With the Hierophant, you should be seeking guidance. Right now, you've been on rails in a lot of ways. But after you move, it's not going to be Spirit Tracks. It's going to be Wind Waker. So you need to find what islands have the best NPCs and the best dungeons, so that you can find your own path, but also so you can build skills for your future. Even if you won't have to worry about material stuff to keep you afloat, there's a amount of fulfillment that I'm sure you're going to want to pursue, especially spiritually. And I know you've been talking about art a lot lately. Maybe you'll finally have a chance to get back into art and not be so afraid. And the Ten of Pentacles promises abundance of both wealth, physically and spiritually. So you looking for those things and you finding your path and building and growing is going to pay off for you and your system. And you should be aware of people who are like you or have been like you. And don't be afraid to offer them help when you can. With this reading, I think things are looking good. Just don't get complacent, okay, kid? I hope you enjoyed this tarot reading. This was my first one.